Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Wednesday, May 20th, 2015. I have a cold or something, but I definitely have a bug. So forgive me if A, I'm a little slow, or I do something dumb because I have a pounding headache, or B, I have to stop or pause or cough or sneeze or whatever. I'll try to get to the pause button before that happens. All right, so yesterday we had housing starts. It was an okay number, if I remember right. Yeah, actually it was a good number. But for today, watch out for this, FOMC minutes. I didn't know they were coming out this soon, but that should have a big red dot on it, depending on what they say. Lately they haven't been saying much, but status quo, mostly. And then we get busy into the rest of the week, but remember, no more. There's no scans until next Wednesday. All right, let's jump over here and take a look at what's going on across the ponds. We're mixed in Asia and in Europe, mixed as well to a little bearish, slightly bearish. All right, take a look at what's going on here. We're flat at the current time. Gold's at 1207, oil is at 58.60. Pulled back a little bit, but up a little bit overnight. That doesn't make any sense, does it? The VIX is at 1285, pretty low. So we're not looking for any sort of big pullbacks at the moment. Oil's at 58.60. Did I already say that? I'm not sure. The dollar's at 95.56. And actually gaining strength against the euro. And I'm sure that they're not happy about that over there. I don't think I did anything yesterday. Let's take a look. It's new. I gussied up this spreadsheet a little bit a couple days ago. And I fixed this formula over here to not put this NA in here if I haven't closed it out. That's to avoid any sort of confusion. And I also have in here the cost of commissions. At least my commissions are $1.25 per spread. And right now I'm doing 2 contract spreads. And I'm assuming I have to enter them and exit them fully. So that's 4 contracts at $1.25 a piece, so that's a total of $5. So I've included that in my results. Did I close? I didn't close anything yesterday, so 518, that's the last time I closed anything. Alright, so I'm going to run this up to my website after this broadcast, I guess. Also wanted to let you know that since we don't really have much to talk about, but I actually have a lot to talk about, there's this website called Terry's Tips. I have a couple of his books. One is called The Mighty Mesa, which is the first one that he came out with, which is a delta neutral strategy. And then the next book that he came out with, which is this one down here, Making 36%. I've always been very interested in how he does this. However, it's pretty complex, and you end up having one heck of a lot of positions, a rather large portfolio. And he sort of requires that, you have $10,000. So if you don't want to, And I recommend that you do not put your entire portfolio at risk and only do 10%. That means you need 100 grand. And that's a little bit stiff. But anyway, I spent a lot of time yesterday playing around with his strategy and attempting to emulate it and getting all confused because, oh man, you end up with, he says do 20 calendars, put calendars, and do 20 call calendars, and then throw a couple of butterflies on the ends. And, pretty soon, you got like, you could have 100 or 150 contracts. I mean, come on. That's a lot. And I didn't want to really mess around with that. Although commissions wouldn't be that bad, but I decided to kind of put that on the side for right now. But what I did do in playing around with this, he uses like SPY and DIA and stuff like that. So I thought I might take a look at that. And here's what I came up with on DIA. With a June 15 regular June expiration, butterflies roughly at the 1 standard deviation point. So here's expiration on 620 right here. And here's a standard deviation in the shaded part. So I picked my middle strike, which on the butterfly here at 190 on the call side, and on the put side at 175. And you end up with a profit and loss graph that looks a lot like this. Or actually, it looks exactly like that. So I'm thinking, this is, let's see here, there's 4 here and 4 here. So that's $5, that's $10. That it would cost me in commissions to put this trade on, plus $51. So it'll be $61 bet that the price of DIA is going to be somewhere in these Twin Peaks here. Twin Peaks, isn't that where that motorcycle? Never mind. Somewhere in these Twin Peaks. And if it's right on the short strike, guess what? We can make a lot of money, $245. So I was wondering then also, what is the effect? This is sort of an insurance policy or a bet. I guess you could call it a bet. What's the effect of, let's say it drops and volatility increases. So what happens? Let's say it goes up 10 percentage points. All right, and then let's advance. So let's march forward in days here, heading towards expiration. The white line's pumping up, pumping up, pumping up. Okay, we're a couple days before expiration. Really nothing happens until that time. It expires actually at 6/19. We're here the day before expiration. And here is the actual day of. And then finally, there we end up. So, in reality, you can't really make all that much off of this because you're going to have to get out sometime on Friday. This one you may be able to get out of early and save a little bit. And I'm not sure. Let's see here. What would that butterfly be worth? That's the call butterfly. Let's say it moves down. So it would be totally worthless at that time. But before that, if it's heading down, you might be able to get out a little bit early for no loss if the price happens to be moving down into here. Right. So I just thought it was kind of interesting. Would I want to put one of these on? I might put one on the put side for downside protection. And I want to show you what I did on SPY. Let me shut this one off. Okay, so let's put all these back to normal here. There. Okay, so here we are. I don't believe these numbers, these pre-market numbers, you know how that can be kind of goofy. So I sort of did the same thing on SPY. I widened out the wings on a butterfly to actually their $6 spread. This still is only costing $93. But what I found to be interesting is, what if I add another butterfly on the downside? Now we fatten this thing up here. This profit zone here gets fattened up pretty nicely. And if the price of the underlying moves down quickly, you can profit quickly on that. So let's say, even if you did put all of these on, this double put butterfly, I guess put two put butterflies on, and here they are right here. There's one at 224 and one at 194, and these have six strikes between them too, or $6 between them. You end up with a pretty nice looking little profit tent like that. Let me get rid of the call there. This would cost $68 for some really sweet downside protection. Not a bad insurance policy there. I would not do this. I don't want to do this in my non-IRA account because I don't want to have regular options. I just want to stick with the cash indexes there for accounting purposes, because at the end of the year when you file your taxes, it's going to be a lot easier. So I might do something like this, and I still could put, even if I put the call butterfly on, it's still only $109 plus $15 or so in transaction costs. So it's like $130 for an interesting pattern here. And like I said, if it starts pulling back, I can just bail on this right away and it won't cost me that much. And I haven't checked, but I read someplace that butterflies pretty much cost the same no matter what expiration, or how close you are to expiration. They're still pretty cheap if they're out of the money. So I might be able to do this on a weekly basis too. So let's just check one for next week, and we'll go back to the risk profile and find out where. Let's see, that would be the 29th, correct? Yeah. Alright, so we'd be looking at a butterfly here at 208. Let's just see how much that one costs. Uncheck these babies. Go over to here, and let's pick out a 208 put butterfly with a 6-strike spread. So I'm just gonna, I don't see it on display there, but I'm gonna have to fix it anyway. So he said 208. Is that correct? That is correct. Oop, I did a calendar. I don't know what I did now. I did. See what I'm talking about? Buy butterfly. Alright, so we said 208, and we want 6-strike spread, so 208 minus 6 is 202, and plus 6 is 214. Let's see what she looks like. Alright, that's going to cost us $1.28. That's not so cheap. Not so cheap. Now you could make max $462. That would be kind of sweet. And if we're moving back, yeah, it might be an interesting play too. It's not really that expensive. So we're only doing 4 here, so that's $5 in commissions. So that wouldn't be that bad. Okay. I think enough about that for right now. I still might put one of those on today. I'll have to decide, maybe this one for June. I don't know if I put the whole thing on. I definitely would be interested in doing downside protection. I don't know about the upside part of it. All right, not going to do a scan today, but I will take a look. Let's take a look at the big chart. Big chart is coming up right here. Okay, this is the Russell. And on the weekly, we're doing pretty good. I don't have any complaints here. Let's see what it did yesterday. Just kind of hung out there. Maybe a little top heavy. I don't know. I hope it continues to move up. I got a lot of positive delta. Let's take a look at SPX. SPX pretty much looking the same. Maybe a bit tired. I'm not sure. Let's take a look at weekly chart. Our Iron Condor, and then still got plenty of room there. A little tight to the upside, but not too bad. I'm not touching it. And then we have this bull put down here. So we're doing okay on that. That's what I had time yesterday to actually mess around with some of this stuff. And you know what? As a final note, before I call it the week, and I guess I'll see you next Wednesday, but as a final note, I've been thinking about getting a Mac Air. And the reason, well, there's a lot of reasons, but pairs up nice with my iPhone. I guess I'm just going to go all Apple on everybody. I don't think I have it here. Let's do... Oops, I didn't want to do that. Oh, it's not a symbol. See what I mean? The watch is here. So here's a Mac Air. Let's see here, MacBook Air. No hard drive, no fan. I don't have to listen to this fan all the time. 12 hours of battery life. Nice looking machine. Looks like my Chrome. Looks a lot like my Google Chrome. Funny, isn't it? It might be made by the same people for all I know. I have no idea. But it pairs up nice. Flash storage, no hard drive spinning around, no fan running. Syncs up nice with my iPhone. Has all the software in it that I need. I don't need to buy any software. It's got spreadsheets and word processor. And it's got, it's pretty much got everything I need. So if I were to go over here and click on buy now, if somebody wants to buy this for me, they can. I need to okay this with my chief financial officer, though, first. This is what I would be going for here, is a 13-inch, 128 gig. I checked my hard drive on this machine, and with all the crap that I have on it, as far as files are concerned, I only have about half of this total here, so I don't think I need anything more than that. Just because I don't need all these old files that I have. This would be my trading / recording machine. It's got free shipping. I have probably will have to pay tax on it, because I think there's I'm sure there's at least one Apple store in Ohio. But anyway, that's what I would be shooting for. Is the 13-inch. I could go for the 11-inch. Probably the 11-inch would be okay. But give me a couple more inches, only going to cost $100, so I'll probably go for that. Just thought you might be interested in what I'm thinking. This may not happen for quite a while, though. Yeah, finally being assimilated. All right, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, no video until next Wednesday. This is just going to be such a pleasure to get on an airplane when you're sick for 3.5 hours. I'm just so looking forward to that. Thank you very much. Have a great day and happy trading.